As content creators, we often suffer from burnout. And when it comes to podcasting, that burnout is known as podfading. In today's episode, I'm going to talk about how to keep you from a pod fading. My name is Eileen, and I'm with EileenSmith.com. Thank you so much for joining me on the stream today. And on September 30th, every year is International Podcasting Day. And I thought, in order to do something on this special day, to give some folks some tips to keep them from pod fading would be a wonderful idea. What do you think? So I'd like to say hi to the folks who are on the live stream right now. And thank you so much for coming. So here's the deal. Here are some things that cause people to pod fade. And first, I want to start off with not having topic ideas. When you start a podcast, you're all gung-ho because you think you have these fantastic ideas and you're all fired up. You want to get your show out there, and it may be that you didn't think ahead and plan ahead and realize that you don't have a lot to say on that topic. You may have enough content to keep you going for a few episodes, and then you start to run out of gas. Oh, my friend Alfredo is here. And Alfredo, yes. Hi, pod fading. Yes, it's a thing. It's when a podcast just drifts off into nothingness. The RSS feed stops being updated, and you don't hear from the podcaster. They don't even officially shut the show down. Hello, Metaverse. How are you? And so Patricia A. Murray is here. And so this is a common occurrence. And to be honest with you, on this particular topic of topic ideas, and this is fresh on my mind because today I was talking about my daughter and the success that she's had with her podcast, Better Than Success. But prior to that, she had 2 other podcasts that she absolutely pod faded from. And Reg from the Coffee Black podcast is in the house. What's up, Reg? And so what happened was she really wasn't that passionate or that committed to either of those topics. The first podcast she had was a fashion podcast, fashion and style. And although she loves fashion and style, she didn't want to just keep talking about that all the time. And then the second podcast was when she was doing web design for her clients. She doesn't do web design anymore. She has a real estate league. But back in those days, she would have clients and they were giving her a lot of ideas for topics because of the questions that were coming in, the mistakes that she saw that they were making, as well as the mistakes that she made. Now, I've had podcasts, and sometimes the same thing will happen to me. It's not that I get disenchanted with the topic. It's just that there may be so many changes going on with the application that I've been talking about, or, for example, with blogging, I love blogging, and I realized that you have to have a blog, but at the same time, I started to wander off into live streaming and YouTube and podcasting. So I sort of ran out of topic ideas. Now, if the case is that you really are still passionate about your topic, but you just need a little jump start, I always talk about this tool called Answer the Public. Answer the Public is a site, and I've got a tutorial here to show you exactly how it works, where you go in, you type in a topic, and it gives you a bunch of topic ideas to keep you going. And Alfredo's agreeing with me. Must plan the topics for other episodes. Yeah, so if you don't have at least like 10 or 15 topic episodes, go over into the Answer the Public tool, and it'll generate some ideas for you based on things that people are searching for on the search engines. Not just Google, there's other search engines. I know it's kind of hard to think of what they are. I think Bing is one of them. And also Jen is in the house. Hey, Jen. Totally guilty of Podfade at the moment. Hubby got sick and not able to get back into any of my grooves yet. I hope he gets better, Jen, but you bring up a good point. Hey, life happens. We have these things, our family always comes first, right? And all the digital media stuff can wait. But also, there's another way that you can kind of work around situations, as long as it's not really something that you just have to have your attention 24/7. And that is, my next tip is to make shorter shows. There's nothing wrong with making a 5-minute episode. And, with the introduction of the Alexa flash briefings, oops, I said that name too loud, Lexi, and the flash briefings, you can see how that 4-minute, 2-minute format, 3-minute format is something that's easy to keep a handle on. You can do it every day just about. And also, you can turn it into the flash briefing and have it available through Alexa. So that's another way to keep from pod fading. If you can't talk about your topic for 2 minutes or 3 minutes a day, then yeah, really maybe what you need is a new topic. You might just need a new topic. Now, like I said, in the case of Jen, she said he's recovering slowly. Thanks. You're welcome, dear. Give him hugs. So, if it's a case where you just can't do it. If you just can't do it, if life gets in the way, then you just can't do it. But if you've got 5 minutes a day to come up with some type of content that's going to be valuable, either it could be news, you're just curating news, or it could be just your thoughts, positive inspiration, anything that can be done really quickly is a great idea for someone who is kind of stuck. And Lexi didn't hear me. Thanks, Reg. Thanks for letting me know that. Yay! My Lexi didn't hear me either, so I must have said that really softly. All right, so now let's move on, because this is going to be a quick live stream. I do want to remind you, if you're watching this live, and even if you're watching on the replay, by this being International Podcast Day, there is a live stream going on over at internationalpodcastday.com/live. But I wanted to get this one in really quickly, so I won't take any attention away from the event. All right, so the other thing to help you from pod fading is, and this is, like I said, people get burnt out, and it's because of editing. Editing is a big problem. Shorter 5-minute shows, post suggested. I like 10-minute streams on topics. If you can go 10 minutes, 10 minutes is perfect as well. And the only reason why I mentioned 2 minutes, because I was thinking about those flash briefings. And I think because I subscribe to flash briefings, I think a 2-minute briefing or 3-minute briefing is really an ideal sweet spot for somebody who just wants to get a quick hit of information about the topic that they've subscribed to. And I'll give you a great example for podcasters, and that's Pod News. Podnews.net. It's a weekday, so it comes out every Monday through Friday, podcast from James Critlin. And I can either listen to it through my Amazon Echo device, or I subscribe in the Overcast app. And most of the time, the episodes are under 3 minutes. And it's perfect because it just gives me enough information, gives me links that I can follow through if I want to have more information, but it keeps me informed of, just basically the news. He doesn't go into dissecting what he thinks about the news. He just gives me the news so that I don't have to scour the internet looking for it. So that's a great way to provide that for your audience. If you have an audience of followers, and like you guys know, sometimes I give you guys the digital media news and updates. I think I did that on last week's episode. Okay, so when I do that, I'm also giving you my opinion. I'm going on, taking your questions and all that. But if I wanted to turn that into a podcast that was available as a briefing, I have to keep it brief. It'd be hard for me to do. That's why I don't do it that way. But if I was feeling the stress of keeping up with my channel or keeping up with my podcast, I could always use that as an option. Now, so we have getting topic ideas. I gave you the tool that I recommend, the Answer the Public tool. For the other alternative is to make shorter shows. Next, do less editing. Just do less editing. And you may think, oh, my audience doesn't like if I say, or, ahs and ahs. But sometimes people really just don't care. You may be more sensitive to it because you may be a perfectionist and you want your content to just be so pristine. But just give it a try sometimes. And, of course, you don't want it to go overboard. Thanks for the likes. And thank you so much. Shardful Gaming came right over, started giving the video thumbs up. And that reminds me to ask everybody to give the video a thumbs up. Now, I'm always putting out helpful tips here on YouTube. So I do want you to subscribe and hit that little bell notification. I'm always talking about digital media, covering podcasting, live streaming, YouTube, and social media. So don't miss any of my episodes. And also, I want to let you know, if you ever have a question for me, you can always leave a comment here on YouTube, or you can contact me on Twitter, and that's ILEANE. I'm also on Instagram with that handle. Check the description for links on how to send me emails and to leave me voicemails. So let's get some more comments up before we go. I've used OBS for 2 years and know the resources used depending on the hardware available. Well, yeah. I thought you used OBS longer than 2 years, Alfredo. You're such a pro when it comes to OBS. So go ahead, go for it. That's a great topic because so many streamers and gamers are using OBS, and it just goes hand in hand if you wanted to put out a flash briefing about what's going on with OBS. And then my girl, Swarthy Daisy, is here. Hey, Swarthy Daisy, great to see you. Did you know it was International Podcast Day today? Oh, and by the way, the hashtag was trending on Twitter, and it's hashtag International Podcast Day. That's all spelled out. And Reg says, I like the and I kind of give it that live feel. That's right. And so that's my last tip there, is to do live streams. To do live streams. If you're feeling like you are getting overwhelmed, you're getting burned out with keeping up with your podcast, go ahead and go live. It's going to first give you topic ideas, especially when you have a wonderful chat like the folks that I have coming here, Reg and Swarthy Daisy and Alfredo and Shardful. And let's make sure I didn't miss. Oh, Patricia Murray's here. Metavus is here. And, that, and Pam just entered the chat room and she said she made it, so that keeps you going with topics. If people ask questions or they make awesome comments, that keeps the topics going. And Jen is here. Wonder how quickly I can put out a cast today. I need to get an idea. Oh, you know what? You can talk about International Podcast Day. There's an idea for you. That's great because you're an author, and authors are great podcasters. And here's Katie. Hi, Katie. How are you? I hope all is well with you. Okay? And so what happens is when you do a live stream, that eliminates the need for looking for topic ideas. Hey, there's a super chat that came in from Patricia A. Murray. Thank you so much. And Patricia is at Bull City Notes. She's Durham Skywriter and the nitty gritty from Bull City. Thank you so very much for the $2 super chat, Patricia A. Murray. And Patricia, are you having a show tonight? Let us know in the chat. And you guys are subbing to each other. And Alan Tepper is here. Hello. Speaking of podcasting and podfading, there's Alan. He knows some tips. I'm sure he can share some tips to keep you guys from podfading. Okay, so with doing the live streams, that gives you topic ideas from an active chat room. You can make your show shorter, or you don't have to worry about making them shorter, because with the live streams, you kind of tend to go longer, especially if you have an active chat room. And there's less editing. Like, just forget the editing. You know, and you'll find that your audience is much more forgiving when they know that you're live. So, like, for example, you guys will know if I, kind of, you understand that, maybe I just got a little tongue-tied, or maybe I was looking at my notes and I forgot my place on my notes. And so you're a little bit more forgiving. And then people that are listening to that repurposed version of the show know that, hey, she does do this show live. He or she does do this show live. Why don't I just show up live and engage in the chat and all that? And then, maybe the ums and the ahs won't be so annoying. And like Reg said, it makes things seem more real and more live. And Swarthy Daisy says, I need to do a quick vid on Anchor to celebrate then. Yeah. Do an Anchor video. I've done so many Anchor tutorials here, guys. I have them all in a playlist. And it's eileen.link/Anchor tutorials. All one word. And, but there's so many audiences. There's so many people out here that are looking for a way to podcast quickly and easily. And I know a lot of the other podcast hosts don't like some of the things that are going on with the Anchor app, but I love you, and I know that you want to get started easy. So I'm not just going to leave you out there hanging like, oh, well, they're using Anchor, so somebody has to do tutorials and show you guys how to use it. Right? Answer your questions, help you out. Now, Anchor, they have a help desk that's been a lot more helpful than it was in past years. But, there's just a lot of people coming into the space, and there's a lot of folks that just don't really understand how podcasting works. And then there's always problems with apps. Anytime there's an app, because Apple updates. Then when Apple updates, all the apps got to update. And then, so there was something that was broken on Anchor recently, and I thought it was me. And then someone came into one of the Facebook groups, and Anchor came back and said, yeah, we realized there's a problem with this particular thing. It was on desktop, actually. And I'm thinking, well, why didn't they tell everybody that there was a problem? I kept trying to figure out, why does this keep happening? It's something that they need to fix. So I'm still new to live streams, but when someone gives you a super chat on a live stream, where does the money go? In this case, because Patricia is on desktop and I can tell that she was on desktop, Oh, and I'm sorry. Patricia also said, no show tonight. I'm learning about Ecamm and we'll do a show on Wednesday. Oh, girl, we could talk about Ecamm all night long. Well, not tonight because it's Sunday, but, tomorrow, let's talk about Ecamm because EcammLive is my jam. So, you meant Anchor Podcast. You meant an Anchor Podcast. Sorry. Oh, okay, Swarthy. No problem. You put out such great information, Swarthy Daisy, with, addressing your demographic, the people that listen to your content. They may not know about these different apps. And even some apps that I saw you do tutorials for, I was like, I never knew about that app. But back to the super chat question, because I can tell that Patricia is on desktop because her super chat was $2 even. If she was on her iPhone, it would be $1.99. But that means that you don't have to worry about giving Apple a cut of that. But part of the money goes to YouTube and the rest of it comes to me. It takes about 2 months before I would actually get it. But that's just how YouTube, that's just how their system works. It's been like that for years. There's nothing against me. Okay, so Katie said, it's my parents' 41st anniversary. Thank you for any well wishes. Eileen, I have to read Sean and Benji's YouTube Secrets book yet. Oh, did I read it yet? No, it's pretty great. Bought Kindle book Tuesday, finished. I'm waiting for the Audible. But yes, Sean and Benji are from video influencers. Video influencers, I believe, is the name of their channel. Very, very good. I took Sean's mini course. He did an email course, and it was really, really good. So he's amazing. And happy anniversary to your parents. Yes. Looking forward to talking with you tomorrow. In fact, I'll get up super early if you like. Yeah. We could definitely do that early. Yes. I'm so glad you're thinking about using Ecamm. Hello, Mr. Snow. Hello, guys. Say hi to Larry Snow. He's here. Yep. Okay, yes. Video influencers. I got that right. I still don't have super chat in your country. Oh, man. They got to work on that. We got to get it down in the Bahamas. Come on, YouTube. What are you waiting for? Okay. And Sharpful is subbing to everyone. And thank you so much, Sharpful, for being such a community team player. Yes. Yeah. So the streams are going well. And the live streaming saves you time so that you tend to not pod fade. Now, what you need to do after you've done your live stream, and it doesn't matter if you're doing it on YouTube or Twitch or Facebook, first you have to download that file and then you simply convert it. And I do have a video. I have a video or how to convert your live streams into your podcast. Y'all know I have that video, right? But I'll be sure to put the card over here. Yes, I'll put that card over there for those that want to refer back to that video. It's not hard at all to do. And, you may not want to do a lot of editing, but you may want to add a little intro that says, hey guys, this was taken from a live stream, or you may just want to add your intro music if you haven't figured out how to do that during your live stream. Now, like with this tool that I use, this wonderful EcammLive, I could have started this live stream with background music. I didn't think of it until just now. Honestly, I really didn't. But like I said, I just wanted to come on here quickly, so let's do a quick recap since folks have come in late. And please give this video a thumbs up, though, while you're here. All right, so few of the ways to stop from pod fading. First, I want to talk about why do people pod fade? They either run out of gas, they run out of ideas, they run out of time, or they just podcasting is hard. I heard someone say that earlier. Podcasting is hard. It has a level of complexity to it, you know? And this is why Anchor is so popular, because it does simplify the process. But sometimes Anchor can be a little challenging as well, because they keep adding features, and as you add features, it adds complexity to the application, and then that also becomes hard for people who don't really understand podcasting. But the first thing is going to be your topic ideas. I recommend using Answer the Public to come up with topic ideas. There's a bunch of other tools that you can use. For YouTube, you can just start typing in the search box, and you can still use that same title for YouTube that you use as the title for your podcast episode. Same way with Google. It auto fills in, and you notice even when you're on the Google search, you can look at the bottom of the page and get similar or related searches. They keep changing the name of it, so I can't keep track of what it is. I did not know. Swarthy says, my family is from the Bahamas. Hey there, I did not know that. So Swarthy, you never know. Pam may be right near your family next time you go down there to visit. Okay, so topic ideas then. Shorter shows. That's that other option. You make those short shows similar to flash briefings, 2-3 minute shows. Everybody can do that, even if you only do it once a week. It doesn't have to be a flash briefing. I just use that as an example. But make a 2-minute, 3-minute show. Everybody's got time for that. Okay? And the good thing about podcasting, which is totally different from YouTube, you do not have to make a brand new image every time you have a new podcast. Like with YouTube, you need a new thumbnail every time. No matter how long that video is, you need a thumbnail. Even if you take the default one that YouTube gives you, it's going to be different, right? But with podcasting, you don't have to have an episode thumbnail. I like to, but if you're pressed for time, like the other day, I was kind of pressed for time. I was like, oh, just keep the old one. The podcast artwork can be the same as the episode artwork. And in the app that I use to listen to podcasts, which is the Overcast app, it always shows the podcast artwork anyway. Okay? So Siri always messes up everything I say. Yeah, so does that cause you to have typos? Let's see. Live streaming podcasting on Spreaker is also an alternative to YouTube and Twitch for podcasting. Absolutely. And I'm so glad you brought up Spreaker. Because, yes, you can do the live streaming on Spreaker, and I've got tutorials on how to use the Spreaker app, the one you download on your phone, how to use the Spreaker desktop app that you can download on your computer, and how to use the Spreaker in the web browser. Spreaker got that covered, especially when it comes to live streaming, and you can bring your guests in through Skype. And I hear there's going to be some other ways. Rob Greenlee is going to show us how to bring in a guest through Zoom. Where's Andrew Hatchett, my Zoom master? Zoom. And also he's going to show us how you can use Uber Conference. And there was another tool that he's going to show us how, I think it's Hangouts, how to bring in your guests through the Spreaker interface. And that's going to be pretty amazing. Definitely save you time. Now, I also want to mention, I want to give a shout out, and talking about tools and making things easier, the folks at Podbean, Podbean.com, when you're on Twitter, follow them. They just enhanced their free service. So Podbean is a paid host, but they have a free plan as well. And they sent me a message and let me know that they just improved on the feature set for the free hosting. Expect a review coming soon on that. I couldn't take a look at it because I was working on my presentation for this morning for International Podcast Day. But I will be taking a look at it one day this week. And after I get Patricia all up and running with EcammLive. Okay, crazy question. How do you reply to a person in this chat? I see that my name is highlighted, but not sure how to do that. Please help. you use the @ symbol. Now, if you're on your phone, it won't work, Swarthy Daisy. Unfortunately, and that's probably what the reason why it's not working for you. If you're on mobile, it doesn't work. Don't ask me why. And it might work on Android, but it doesn't work on iPhone. But if you're on desktop, or if you want to do that in the future, you go to desktop, and then all you have to do is @mention the person, and you just type their name verbatim as it appears here in their in the chat. Okay, so that is kind of a annoying little thing that happens when you're on YouTube chat. But I gotta admit, YouTube chat has come a long way, hasn't it, guys? Because it used to go away when the live stream was over. They finally got rid of that. It doesn't go away when the live stream is over, but you can't @mention when you're on your phone. So that was not a crazy question by any means, my dear. And in fact, that was a great question. So the other thing about YouTube that they need to work on is the slowness of the website. Because right now, all I'm trying to do is go over here and pop out the chat before I go. Oh, Hi-Fi 2007 reviews. Evening. Oh, hello there. How are you? You know, it's been a while since I've seen you. I'm hoping all is well with you and that things are coming along great for you. And Patricia saying, Reg, I just subbed to you. Your drink and snack of the week videos gave me a great idea. I might sample locally made Durham, North Carolina snacks on my show. You know, Coffee Black, he definitely has it going on with the drinks of the day and the snacks of the day. The only problem that I have with that is that it makes me hungry. I'm listening to him and he describes some of these drinks, and then sometimes you kind of like hold your breath when Coffee Black says, okay, I'm going to taste this, y'all. And then I'm like, just hold my breath because it's like, is it going to be good? And I think most of the time it is good. And then that gets me hungry. Is Dryer Buzz here? What's up, girlie? How are you? Yes, we are live. We are live right now. But, you know, like I said, International Podcast Day is going on, but I just wanted to come on here quickly because I wanted to talk about this podfading. And I think that what's going to happen is when all of the broadcasts are over for the day, then all of those that have transpired for the last 30 hours, because it's a 30-hour live stream, but they keep the videos unlisted because they want you to watch live. So once all of the live streaming is over, then they will make those videos listed again, and then, you know, I'll definitely make sure that I share. So you're on desktop now. Good to know about the mobile issue. Yeah, and I just figured that out. And in fact, that you're the first person that I actually acknowledged that to, Swarthy Daisy. I just noticed it the other day. Why can't I @mention somebody? And I said, I bet it's an iPhone thing. I did it, the @ and a name, and the names weren't highlighted. And you're on desktop, Patricia? Make sure you typed it correctly because it should always work. It's always worked for me from desktop. Okay? So, in fact, it starts pre-filling. When you type the @ and type the first couple letters, make sure you're typing the YouTube handle name, which may sometimes be different from the name that, you know how that is on YouTube, on a lot of these platforms. Once you start typing the first couple of letters, it'll pop up a list, kind of like the same thing it does on Facebook, of people that you can tag with those letters that you've typed in. So give it one more try. And oh my gosh, there's a little family union going on over here because Dryer Buzz and Swarthy Daisy, they know each other because, you know, it's a small world and we all hang in the same circles. Yes, Dryer Buzz. She has always been such a great person to hang out. Oh, see, now Dryer Buzz is on her phone with the super chat on the iPhone. Thank you so much, Yolanda. That is so sweet of you. I really appreciate it. Oh my gosh, you guys are so awesome. So, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get back over here and start watching the live stream of the International Podcast Day. I think in about an hour, they're going to do the People's Choice Awards. So I gotta like pin my hair up for the night and all that good stuff, because y'all know how I go to bed early. But oh, Shirley, did I get a new camera? No, but I have a new background courtesy of the green screen feature in EcammLive. And, you know, for those of you who are interested in EcammLive, like Patricia mentioned it earlier, I need to do another updated tutorial on EcammLive. And the reason why I haven't done one in about 2 months is because they keep coming out with new features, and I'm waiting for them to slow down so I can do a video that doesn't get outdated like 2 days after I do the video, because that's what happened last time. I came out with a video to talk about all the new features, and then 2 days later they announced some new features like this, the green screen. So I'm just going to wait till they slow down on the production schedule. Now look, don't get me wrong, I am not complaining. Those guys will just about every feature that we ask for, they hook it up. And so I can't wait to share with you guys some of this secret sauce that's coming up with EcammLive soon. And I think I'm not sure if I put that on screen. Let me put it on screen, make it bigger. I love my super chats. Thank you so much, Dryer Buzz. You need a mic recommendation, ATR 2100. That's what I'm using right now. And if you want a mic that will work with your phone, there's a couple of them that are good. Sometimes the ATR 2100 doesn't work that well with the phone. It didn't for me. But I do use this AT2020. That's the one I use when I record my Anchor. And if I'm on my phone, I'll use that. Or even if I go live from my phone, I'll use that. Now, it's not a great handheld mic. It's kind of like a desktop stand mic. So you may have to look for something else for you, because I know that you're always on the go. And so you probably want a mic where you can go back and forth and maybe even interview someone and go, do it like that. So I'm going to have to try to find an affordable recommendation for you, my dear. Wow, that's a green screen. Yeah, girl. You know it's not that pretty in my background. I'm not a plant person anyway. I wish I could. Mr. Rodney's a plant person. Yes. Do I have a link that I can look at all that looks it? I'm sorry. That I can look at all that it looks wonderful. I'm going to give you the link to EcammLive, because that's what I think you're talking about. And it's Eileen. That's ILEANE.link/Ecamm with 2 M's. It's very affordable, but you need to have a Mac. You need to have a Mac. They don't make PC software. They only make Mac software. Guys, I need to cut background noise. Okay, so yeah, background noise can be a thing. So thank you so much. Now, the green screen is another purchase, Shirley, just to let you know, the actual green screen. The green screen option feature is one that's in EcammLive, but you actually have to have the physical green screen. And I got that from Elgato. And the links are going to be in the description of this video. You can go over to my Amazon shop and you'll see, because I have one of those Amazon influencer pages, and you'll see my live streaming equipment section right there on my Amazon. So look, guys, I want us to get back over, and all of you who are really interested in podcasting, head over to internationalpodcastday.com/live. Now, if you're watching this in replay, just go to internationalpodcastday.com or follow me on Twitter, and I'll make sure that y'all know about my presentation when it's available to watch the replay. And with that, I want you to have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe, hit that bell notification so you don't miss any of the live streams. Thank you so much. Bye for now.